Isla? Nope. Liv? Nope. All right, it starts at 1. And it goes forever up. One of you started at 1, but you said to 9. 1 to 9. It just goes forever and ever. These are the counting numbers, okay? Natural numbers are the counting numbers, so it's just like 1 and up. All right, anybody know the whole numbers? It's like super close to this one. Eli?
Any number that doesn't subtract.
Ooh, no, close though. You're thinking, I think you're thinking integer, maybe. All right, anybody? Anybody else? It's like just one more number in addition to this one. Kira? Yeah. Okay, so whole numbers just include 0. All right. Now we have integers. Anybody know what integers are? Yes. Yep, all the negatives and the positives. So forever down, and then I'll be like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, forever up. All right. So forever down, forever up. There's just no fractions. All of these 3 here, none of them have fractions or decimals. Okay. So we have the natural or the counting numbers, then we have the whole numbers that include 0, and then the integers, which are all the positives and negatives, and then we have the real numbers. Real numbers, you guys, include all of these. Okay, real numbers are the integers, they are the whole numbers, they are the natural numbers. Okay, they are all of them, including all the decimals and the fractions. Okay, so all of those are a subset of real numbers. All right, let's review how to multiply and divide fractions. This is on your next test. Your next test is in 2 weeks, okay? So next week, we actually have like 3 days of sets, and then we have the MAPS testing block schedule. So I won't see you guys on Thursday. I will see you Friday for a 90-minute period where you just take the MAP test, okay? And then the following week, you'll have a test Friday, okay? That'll be the first test, and this will be on there. All right, so 4/5 times 7/5. First look to cross cancel. All right, we can't cross cancel anything. There's nothing that reduces early. I recommend doing that if you can. So since you can't, we multiply straight across. Straight across. 4 times 7 is 28, and 5 times 5 is 25. You can give me this as an answer or 1 and 3/25. So this is the improper, this is the mixed, okay? All right, for division, raise your hand if you remember what we have to do first. Ryan. Yep. Yep. We copy, dot, flip. Copy, dot, flip. You guys heard that? Copy first, dot, flop. Okay, I like that too. Now look to cross cancel, and nothing cross cancels, okay? 3 doesn't go into 8, 4 and 15 don't reduce, so we just multiply straight across. Everyone, what's 4 times 8? Okay, and everyone, what's 3 times 15?
35.
Okay, and then you're like, does this reduce? 45, yeah. I don't think it reduces. Does it reduce? Anybody got help? No, I agree with you. Okay, booyah. There's my answer. All right. All right, let's multiply 3 things. So first look to cross cancel. I've got 3/5 times 5/6 times 21/23. Raise your hand if you know something that can cross cancel because it makes your life much easier. Sonia. The 5 and the 5. 5 goes into 5 once. 5 goes into 5 once. You don't have to write the ones, but you can, all right? Cade. Okay, 3 goes into 3 once. 3 goes into 6 twice. All right, anything else? Don't think so. Now we multiply straight across. 1 times 21 is 21. And on the bottom, 1 times 2 times 23 is 46. And check to reduce. Does it reduce? I don't think so. Do you guys think so? Okay. Teamwork. All right. Now I've got 2.5 times 5 1/3. So before, oh, I hope I didn't miss any on the last page. That would be a bummer. I sure did, but that one was easy, so we'll just skip it because we literally just did one like that. All right. Okay, 2.5 times 5 1/3. So before I can multiply these, what do I need to do, you guys? Eli?
You first have to create the mixed numbers or fractions.
Yeah, make them improper. Someone who has not participated, raise your hand and tell me what that would be turned into. Nolan.
5/2.
Yeah. Good. Okay, we do 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16 thirds. Okay, you multiply and then add. All right, now I look to cross cancel, and let's just do 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 16 8 times, and then multiply straight across. 5 times 8 is 40, 1 times 3 is 3. 40 thirds, we could go ahead and multiply that into that. It would be, let's see, 39, exactly, 13 and 1/3, okay, if you wanted to make it mixed. All right, and now I got another one, copy dot flip, but before I do that, let's make them improper. Let's go, Eleanor, what is this if I make it improper? So multiply first, and then add 1. Sorry, I scared you by calling on you out of the blue. Aubrey Z, can you help out? Okay, 37 over 3. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and dot this, and then I'll flip that next one. All right, Claire, what do I get when I make this one improper? 13 6, and then I'm going to go ahead and flip it, okay, because it's divide. So copy dot flip. Okay, 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into 6 twice. Definitely recommend doing that. Multiply straight across. 37 times 2, 74. Is that right, you guys? Okay, great. 74 over 13, and I'm just going to leave it improper. All right. Another division one, this means the same thing with the line like that. It still just means divide. So I'm going to rewrite it. But first, let's make this improper. Let's see if I remember names. Jennifer, what do you get when you make this improper? 10 thirds, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to make it times time, but I got to remember to flip, right? So you guys, let's make this improper. What is that?
11.
Yeah, and then we need to flip it. That was 11/5, but we got to flip it, okay? All right, and then go ahead and multiply straight across because I don't think anything cross cancels, so that'd be 50 over 33. Okay, Eli?
Does it matter which one you flip, which side of the decimal?
Yes. You should copy dot flip. Always flip the second one. It matters. All right, I don't think you have to write this down. I feel like you probably know, but literally, like, this just means equal, and this means does not equal, because 7 does not equal 11. All right, that's it, because that's 7. So, yeah, it does not equal. All right, let's practice some decimals. We did some fraction review. Let's do some decimal review. Add. I'm going to go ahead and put my little thing here. All right. So when we add decimals, raise your hand if you can remember the most important thing. Someone I haven't called on yet because it would be great to learn all your names, and there's a few of them I'm going to have to ask because I'm going to forget. Is it Marshall? Yeah. Okay, what do you do? Yep, you have to line up the decimals, and like all your digits have to align. 0.02163. Okay. So as soon as you line up decimals, this is pretty easy. If you don't have a number here, it's just a 0. I'm going to add down. That's a 3. 6 plus 6 is 12. Carry the 1. Add those up. That's 3. 0 plus 2 is 2. 0 plus 0 is 0. The decimal just gets brought down here, and then you have a 4. All right, so there's addition. Okay, subtraction, the same thing. You have to line them up. Subtract 0.02163 from 4.0016. It's important you know the order that we're subtracting, right? Subtract that first thing from the second thing, which means I'm actually starting with 4.0016, and I am subtracting 0.02163. All right, so I lined up my decimals. I'm going to add a 0 to that top one. Okay, and we have to remember how to borrow. So I can't do 0 minus 3, so I need to borrow from the 6. That would make it a 5. Now I have a 10 minus 3, which is 7. Okay, I can't do 5 minus 6, so I have to borrow from here. Make it a 0. Then you have a 15. Okay, so I have 15 minus 16, which is 9. Okay, this 0, I can't do 0 minus 1. I can't borrow from here. I can't borrow from here. I have to borrow all the way over from here. You guys remember this? Okay, so that's a 3. This would make it now a 10, but I got to borrow, so it's a 9. And this would make it a 10, but I got to borrow from here, so that's a 9. So I can make that now a 10. All right, so now I have 10 minus 1 is 9. And now I have 9 minus 2 is 7. And 9 minus 0 is 9. And the decimal pull down and a 3. Everyone, it's all coming back to me now. You guys remember this? multiplication, and when we have division. Okay, so I've got 4.06 times, and for this one, you don't need to line up your decimals. You want your digits to all like end in the same spot, so these should like line up at the very end. So I'm going to write these backwards. So I have 6, 1, 0, and then my decimal, and then my 0. All right, so you don't actually align decimals for multiplication. You're going to do it at the very end. You move it over 5 spots once you like add up all your stuff, okay? All right, so I've got 6 times 6 is, everyone? Okay, carry the 3. Now I have 6 times 0 is 0. Then I add the 3, which is 3. And then I have 6 times 4 is 24. Now what do we do here? Yep, add a 0, okay? So you have to put a 0 there as a placeholder. Now I'm going to do the 1 times 6 is 6, and the 1 times 0 is 0, and the 1 times 4 is 4. All right? And then we can add down. And I don't have to do the 0, by the way, because it would just all be 0 anyways. It wouldn't matter when you added. So I get a 6, a 9, a 4, and a 6. And then how many decimal places do I need to move it over? Yes. Count up the total number of spaces you see there. 5. So start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody good? All right, let's do some long division, decimal division. Okay, so I have 6.039 divided by 0.03. Raise your hand if you remember the main thing you need to remember from division. Anyone who I haven't called on yet? I feel like I've called on all of you that have raised your hand. Jeremiah? Yep, you actually want to move this one the most. Whatever's your outside number, make it a whole number. So I need to make this a 3, and then I need to move this over 2 spots. So now I'm really just dividing by 3. So move everything 2 spots. Shift it. Yes, Cade. Oh, yeah, this is like a super easy one is what you're saying? No, you can be like, that's 2, that's 0, that's 1, that's 3, because that's divided in, move your decimal up. That wasn't any kind of long division. That was nice. Okay, that's mainly just remembering to move your decimal. Okay, move your decimal. All right, length conversions, unit multipliers. Show me some nice unit multipliers. These are also on the next test. Use 1 unit multiplier to convert 32 feet to inches. So you do need to do it like this. 32 feet over 1. We're converting to inches. Everyone, how many inches in a foot? All right, so because feet is on top, where does the feet have to go on this one, everyone? Bottom. It's got to cancel. So you do 1 foot and 12 inches on the top. This is a unit multiplier. It's really equal to 1 because those are like equal to each other. Show me that you cancel your feet with your feet and then multiply straight across. You get 36 inches. Technically over 1, but you don't need to write that, right? Because if you multiply 1 times 1, you get 1. It's 36 over 1. You can just leave it like this. Did I mess up? Wow, I just made that too in my head. I don't even know what I did, you guys. Good thing I recorded that. Okay. Everyone just stared at me like, that's weird. So 32 times 12. Let's do this. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Add a 0, add a 2, add a 3, and add it down, and we get 384. Yay, math. Okay. That was weird. Use 1 unit multiplier to convert 36 feet to miles. All right, so I have 36 feet over 1. 2 miles. Okay, so you have to memorize how many feet are in a mile. How many feet are in a mile? All right, does that go on the top or the bottom? Yeah, because it's feet, and the feet goes on the bottom. So 50 to 80 feet in 1 mile. All right, so your feet can now cancel with your feet. Now, for a problem like this, you are technically doing 36 divided by 50 to 80. I would just like you to leave it like this since you do not have a calculator. You do not have to multiply it out or divide. I actually should have just had you leave this one too. Well, since that was easy, you could multiply it. But you guys, if they're hard, you will leave it like this. Okay? That's how I'm going to grade the test, is you actually just leave it. Okay? Because you won't have a calculator. Yeah, Eli. What?
So if we do multiply it out in like a hard answer, would you count this off?
Probably not. Probably not. if you like happen to have time. Use 2 unit multipliers to convert 42 feet to centimeters. All right, you guys, 42 feet. Start with that over 1. I want to convert to centimeters. So first, feet has to go to what, you guys? Inches. Okay, feet goes to inches first. So 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. I have to put feet on the bottom since feet was on the top. All right, this is where we convert over to the metric system, is from inches to centimeters. That's where we convert over. What's the number of centimeters in an inch? Do you guys remember, everyone? It is 2.54, and you want to memorize that, all right? So 1 inch has to go on the bottom, is equal to 2.54 little centimeters, little tiny centimeters on your ruler. All right, so you got to memorize that. Now, this would be one I would not want you to multiply out on the test, okay? Don't multiply this out. But your feet cancel with your feet, your inches cancel with your inches, so your answer should look like this: 42 with parentheses times 12 with parentheses times 2.54, and then do not forget units, okay? We are converting to centimeters. I definitely want to see centimeters in your answer. Eli? No, you actually don't have to on the first one. Yeah. All right, 2 unit multipliers to convert 4 miles to inches. All right. So miles first has to go to what, everyone? Feet. All right, so the 1 mile goes on the bottom. 1 mile, MI, is equal to 50 to 80 feet. All right, so I convert from miles to feet. Now I need to go to inches. So 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. And the feet has to go on the bottom since it was on the top here. All right, so miles canceled with miles, feet cancels with feet, and I get a 4, and then times 50 to 80, and then times 12. Again, just leave your answer like this, inches. Okay, be sure you have inches on your answer. All righty. In case you forgot any of these, write down the ones you forgot. Like, you probably know 1 foot is equal to 12 inches, okay? I'm not sure if you remember that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. There are 3 feet in a yard. 10 millimeters equals 1 centimeter. I don't feel like we do that one very often. But anyways, 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. 50 to 80 feet in a mile. 1,000 meters in a kilometer. All right, if you've forgotten any of those. All right, grab a whiteboard. We're going to do this one problem. This is supposed to be right in the middle. Let me do a little dot there. Make it a little